Good afternoon, distinguished and dynamic alumni from Agnes Scott. My name is Amirah Clarke. I am a sophomore at Agnes Scott, a neuroscience major, a proud member of the brilliant class of 2021, and I am honored to stand here today and greet you on behalf of my beautifully talented legacy students. When I first heard about Agnes Scott, my cousin Mariah Cawthorn was attending. I visited her on campus one day during my sophomore year of high school. At the time, she was Student Government Association president and was hosting an event on the main quad. The first time I stepped a foot onto Agnes Scott's infamous green grass, I knew I had found my home away from home. I was fascinated by the architecture, sunny skies, and warm faces. After that visit, I ended up touring Agnes close to 6 times. Each time I toured, I felt more inspired and assured with my choice to attend this esteemed institution. Fast forward to today, I hold the responsibility of being a Scotty legacy. Being a legacy means that I uphold the traditions and expectations of what it means to be a Scotty. It means the world to me that I can fulfill the responsibility while walking the same path that others have laid for me. Now, through each step I take, whether it's participating in research, leading tours for prospective families, or planning programs for Scotties in the resident halls, it is my chance to extend that path for other legacies to follow. One of my favorite quotes from the Honor Code is to realize my social and academic responsibility in the community. One of the ways I am upholding this ideal is through my leadership position as an admissions ambassador. Each day, I get to lead prospective students on a tour through Agnes Scott, helping them imagine themselves as busybodies on campus, the same way I saw myself when I toured. I also advocate this quote through my resident assistant position in the STEM living and learning community. Together, my residents and I work tirelessly to host professors from the STEM department in our home, establish programs that bring together students regardless of major, and craft a wonderful community of brilliant, educated students. Most importantly, I follow this quote as a way of life. I am currently studying neuroscience here at Agnes. This major grants me so many opportunities, such as close connections with professors, access to groundbreaking research, and extended opportunities of the neuroscience community across Metro Atlanta. I know that through these challenging courses, I am creating my own pathway and journey towards my success in the future. As a Scotty, I recognize my opportunities given to me from each of you and take charge with determination and resilience. On behalf of my Scotty siblings, we thank you for providing equitable educational opportunities for students like us in search of relevant academia and social change. With your continuous support and encouragement, you will equip us to leave our flawless mark of excellence on our local, state, national, and worldly community. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. So my name is Noor Kabakibou. I'm a Syrian-American first year majoring in mathematics and chemistry. I'm an alumni of Woodward Academy in College Park, Georgia. But while applying to colleges, there was no doubt that Agnes Scott was the place I wanted to be. It was an environment that allows individuals to shine in their own way. And I knew that my dedication to help with the refugee crisis would be my way to stand out. I wanted a school where I could grow and flourish as a strong woman and use my strengths to help those less fortunate around me. In addition, the women I look up to most, my mother and 2 aunts, each started their journey here at Agnes Scott, which paved the way for their success and where they stand today. Ever since I was old enough to travel, my family and I spent our summers in Syria. However, on March 11, 2011, the Arab Spring swept over the country, sparking protests and counter-protests throughout. Unfortunately, these revolts escalated quickly and causing the Syrian civil war. Knowing now that I may never visit the destroyed country again, I decided to focus on helping the civilians in Syria and those fleeing war. As Joe Summerlin, an international journalist, once said, "No one becomes a refugee by choice, but the rest of us have a choice in how we can help." Around the world today, 68.5 million people have been displaced from their homes. And from this number, 25.4 million people have fled worldwide as refugees seeking shelter. One might ask, well, what about these numbers? Well, these numbers increase overnight quickly, and they haunt me daily. But being someone who looks for the light at the end of the tunnel, These numbers inspire me to make a change. Hearing many stories of refugee families just on this campus further fuels my determination to aid the refugee crisis. With the great desire to go into the medical field, I have incorporated my love for medicine with the relief work I do. I recently arrived safely from Rwanda, where I saw roughly 3,000 patients working alongside a team of wonderful doctors. Wanting to further expand my international work with underserved populations, I'll be traveling to Guatemala with Journeys. I look forward to this experience because it will not only broaden my knowledge of humanitarian work. Agnes Scott's Summit program, which is not available at any other institution, was one of the selling points when deciding which college to attend. I know that my leadership abilities and my thinking globally will broaden through this amazing program. Being on this campus put me in connection with a wonderful organization called Friends of Refugees, right here in the heart of Decatur. In the winter of 2018, I hosted a refugee drive for the refugees residents in Clarkston, Georgia, under this great nonprofit. Through the drive and much advertisement, I was able to collect toiletries, boxes of clothing items, and roughly $500. Knowing I was able to help many Decatur refugees during the winter, it served as a small step towards my main goal in aiding the refugee crisis. Furthermore, I'm a math tutor for children ranging in age of 4 to 18. Recently, I was asked to tutor refugee children on the weekends. It was a small developing program that had the momentum to make change for the better in the education of refugees. After meeting with the director and having a few conversations, I was given the opportunity to take this project forward on my own. I'm happy to announce that this September 2019, HEPS, standing for Hope Education Project Sunday School, will be opening as a free education program to all children in need. Had I not decided to attend Agnes Scott, I would never have learned of Friends of Refugees and chosen this wonderful organization to help me aid and raise awareness of the refugees in Clarkston. I would also have not come across the idea of creating a free education program to all children in need in the Decatur area. But more importantly, I would not have had the wonderful opportunity to share my success and journey with you all. I feel honored to be a part of Agnes Scott, a space that promotes a sense of unity and globality. I hope that I will, in turn, make the school proud in doing my part to help better the community as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Noor and Amirah. And for all of you here today, this is what your philanthropy does. Noor said, I would not have been able to do if she were not here at Agnes Scott. And so your philanthropy advances the mission of Agnes Scott to do just what these two students talked about. So thank you so very much for what you do, and the celebration continues. Founders Day. So the Founders Day celebration is going to be over in the Hub, in Austin in the Hub. It will start very soon. The Boatmobile is available for anyone who needs a ride or would like to have a ride over there. Thank you again for being here for our second annual Founders Club Luncheon, and enjoy Founders Day. Thank you.